Hello everyone, this is Zooc and today I'm bringing you a new drawing video. This time it's going to be some style exploration that I did through a couple of fantasy weapons that I made. I like doing these once in a while. It's kind of more fun for me than drawing monsters, really. I'm getting a newfound passion for drawing weapons because with fantasy weapons, the idea is to make them look as cool and interesting as possible rather than make them as practical as possible. With practicality, usually simplicity works best, but in this particular case, they are far from simple and far from practical. So, hey, it works out. So I've been doing a lot of reading lately regarding the kind of art style that Blizzard employs. I've been a fan of their art style, even in-game and on promotional illustration for a long time now. And I always thought that they paint stuff from scratch, but upon doing some reading on some 3D forums and concept art forums, I discovered that they actually employ a lot of 3D modeling and texture mapping for their weapons, and even some of their banners that they put out when each expansion comes out. You know, the low poly style stuff that they have, which looks very cartoony, but not ridiculously so. It just looks really cool. So they do the models in ZBrush, and then they apply textures through something called Deep Paint, or there are some other programs that I've never worked with in my life. But I'm trying to emulate that style, sort of, and get to a point where I'm comfortable with it. But obviously, I don't get nearly enough practice on a digital platform to be able to achieve that. But hey, doing my best here. I'm not a professional artist. I just do this for fun. So it's going to take a bit of time. But the first weapon is Cthulhu-inspired, something that is decorative and very, well, reminiscent of the sea and kind of like what a pirate would have. And it's obviously in color, which is my weak point. But hey, again, I'm really trying. My problem is that my stuff lacks the crispness and sharpness that a lot of the Blizzard stuff has, which hopefully will get fixed in time with some serious practice. But hey, it takes, this stuff takes a while. And the second one is a black and white one, which is fastly becoming my favorite style, really. It's very much comic book like and very work intense. The problem with the black and white style is that it takes much longer than color would. With color, you apply the background, you do a little bit of highlights, a little bit of texture work, and that's basically it. It's done. With the black and white, you have to trace it, you have to embellish the outline and make sure that stuff pops out if it's layered on top of each other, and then do the shading, which takes fucking ages as well. And so it's just a lot more labor intensive. The first one took under 2 hours. It took about 1 hour and 50 minutes. And the second one took something around 3 hours. So you can tell the difference. But I'm going to be doing a lot of these because I find it very relaxing to just draw and sketch stuff on the fly while I'm talking to someone, and then paint them over a couple of days, and that's that. So it's just more interesting and more brain stimulating than just doing monsters all the time or doing Dota characters or stuff that people have already drawn. So that's basically it about the drawings. Not much more to say. Oh yeah, the second one is obviously a very bony kind of weapon. The spine is what supports the blade, and the bones coming out of it are like magically fused together or something, because it's definitely unrealistic. No bones would stick out from a spine like that, but it doesn't matter. And on the handle there is a thoracic cage that has had its backside ripped apart, and only basically the chest area is the finger guard on that one, just attached through rope. A very crude looking weapon, but I thought the concept was kind of interesting myself, so why not? So that's it. Let's talk about other stuff. I have lost 20 kilos since I started my diet. That's pretty fucking awesome. I started basically mid-August with the whole going to the gym thing, and I had the 10-day or 9-day vacation in Prague, a few cheat meals, a week here and there where I didn't really go to the gym, and I had a bad cold and I just stayed home. So let's say 2 months. So in 2 months I managed to lose 20 kilos, which is 44 pounds. And I'm very happy with that. Clearly my method is working as I knew it would, and I'm going to keep that up. And other than that, stuff's going pretty well. Just 10 days left until I go to Prague again, and just doing my thing, really. Not a lot of exciting stuff happening. Today we voted Yes, that's actually pretty exciting because we're finally saying goodbye to our shitty president, which I've despised for a very long time now, which I've mentioned in many videos, kind of what problems we've been having with the whole political system over here. So that's finally, hopefully, going to change for the better. But you never know with these people. The only thing you can have is a little bit of faith in this case, which I'm not a big fan of because it hasn't really helped me in the past. But it's all we got. So wish us luck, us the Romanians, because we've been through a lot of shit, a lot of bad shit, and it's about time that we rise up to the level of a European country, hopefully, and not feel so fucking backwater anymore. Because I swear to God, so far, the worst examples of behavior in general in Europe come from either Romania or Bulgaria. And I'm kind of sick of having this country as a representation of all that is bad in Europe. Yeah, I want that shit to change already. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop here because there's a lot to say about my regrets about this country and how wrong stuff has been going for a long time. But we'll save that for another occasion. That's gonna be it. Please rate that shit if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more weapons or fantasy concepts like this. I realize it's not as exciting without a backstory to the character, but I think it's pretty interesting to explore kind of how a brain can combine different ideas and different concepts, both animal and animal, human, and inanimate, into a cool looking concept. So yeah, rate that shit if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.